blue balls. I really thought this was more of an issue than it is.
Gotta eat.
Welcome back. No, it was a little Raina, you smothered him too much.
I did too much. He was in my face, just breathing hot
like
breath,
to be
and I was
smothered.
like, I'm gonna lean into it. He was smothering me. That is so toxic. He was smothering me.
Don't gaslight him.
Now you're gaslighting me. He was smothering me, and I leaned into it, and he's like, I'm not into it anymore.
Come on,
classic narcissist.
Raina, that's so offensive. He's not a narcissist. I want him to come up because if you're watching on YouTube, I want everyone to see his Halloween bandana. Sparkle Eyes got it for him. He bought him 2 fall bandanas. Come on, this is Azul's fall look.
I'm sorry I called you a narcissist. I didn't mean it. It's an overused term, Azul.
He doesn't even, he's so far from it, it didn't even register.
It's like thou doth protest too much. He's like, this doesn't apply to me and I'm leaving.
100%.
Anyways, hi guys.
Hi guys.
We're happy to be here.
Raina, Ashley, midway through October.
Well, technically no, but
when we're recording, you're right.
What did I say to you this morning? I said, you and Tessa have to take my phone and go on
that
dating
was the
app for
best
me.
Text to get from somebody. You have to take my phone and go through my dating app messages and respond. Say less.
I'm not going to do it.
What an honor. You should give Tessa your phone right now.
Never. Yeah, you should just be on here. Talk to whoever you want. We used to make Bella do that. We would get guys to come to the shows. On road trips, I just give her my phone. I'll let you guys know how it's going. It's early in the month still.
It is early in the month. Yeah, we had to just knock this out before we head out on this long trip. Mine's a little longer because I'm going to go to Delaware first, and then we're going to be in New York. And at this point, we will have done it all, but did The View and CBS morning show, and then Atlanta, Charlotte, and Nashville shows. This trip, I have notebook pages of packing. I'm doing like a family and boyfriend trip, and then New York, all this press and seeing our friends, and want to try to get some workouts in, and then 3 shows, like the tour on the back end of this trip. What the
This
fuck?
is my worst nightmare.
This is a
what you just said is my worst nightmare. You know, every time I pack, it takes me at least 3 hours. I drink a bottle of wine. I cry once. Like, it is, my house looks like a bomb went off. I can't pack well. And I've watched every YouTube and TikTok about how to not make that happen. Like, it's a real thing for me. Like, I start to like cry. I panic. I'm just so frustrated. I'm like, why is it taking so long? Also, I'm drunk. Why am I so drunk?
Raina, that's why. One time I tried to pack drunk and I was like, never again. That's your problem.
I figured it out. I start off sober.
No more drinking and packing.
I'm like, why doesn't anything fit? Then I'm like, I'm bloated, obviously, from the bottle of wine in my body.
That is so, Raina, you are, why is this so hard? Oh, I was drunk. That's insane. All right, let's thank our partners. Then I do have to tell you something else.
Okay, thanks to Daily Harvest for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Take the stress out of your mornings with delicious and nutritious food delivered right to your door. Go to dailyharvest.com/GGE to get up to $65 off your first box.
Yes, and this episode is sponsored by Quince.
The way you just stood up.
Shop high quality luxury items like the ones I'm wearing without luxury prices. Go to quince.com/GGE to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. QUINCE.com/GGE. And this episode is sponsored by Lumi.
If you guys are watching YouTube, you'd see all the stuff she's doing with her body.
A doctor-developed, skin-safe, pH-balanced, and aluminum-free deodorant. New customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code GGE at LumiDeodorant.com. That's over 40% off your starter pack. And I'm wearing Quince and Lumi right now. Oh my God, and I Daily Harvest. There's a smoothie cup in my car.
Also, you're wearing these shoes
the
that are a
Cariumas.
sponsor of ours. There's anything else on her? And there's probably some Daily Harvest left.
Well, Living Proof. Obviously, there's dry shampoo in my hair.
There's probably HelloFresh in your body if you haven't pooped yet today.
There's HelloFresh in your fridge. My leftovers. I made my Brussels sprouts pasta dish last night. But yes, I had the avocado and green smoothie on the way here. The cup is in my car. And then I'm wearing all the things. Okay, can I tell you this one funny thing?
I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay, we were talking about packing and clothing and stuff. I had a bunch of Halloween items arrive last night. Mm-hmm. Second to none, everything. I was excited. Like taking all these thirst traps. I mean, that one picture.
Did you send them to?
Well,
me.
I sent him to you first because Sparkle Eyes was sleeping, but he woke up to it.
Ashley sent me some of the most graphic nudes. There is whole vagina. I saw everything besides the crack.
No, come on.
Your vagina. It's just, I was like, wow, she didn't have a wax yet. I mean, it looked really nice.
Stop.
It looked really nice. And then you sent me like the back of the costume. You were like, don't worry, I have shorts that I'm gonna wear. And also you sent this to me and I was like, is this for The View? Like, what are you wearing this for? For The View.
Okay, yeah.
Your
So
butt looks so good in that.
I don't want to give it away because it's one of the costumes for the shows, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, this one bodysuit, I'm going to wear shorts probably with it, but I just wore it and I put on like thigh-high boots. And
send me the photos.
It was just not full coverage enough. Like my puss-ups were hanging out the side.
Both sides. Yeah.
It was giving Chloe, trying to wear one of Kim's thongs.
Well, you guys now have a puffy vagina. It's puffy.
And I could see when I even looked at the body, so I was like, that's tiny. That's not going to cover this thing. Because I have a normal size vagina. But
I don't.
I just like,
puffy.
it looked really good. It looked really good from the back and these like crazy boots. But yes, so Portland, Seattle, Vancouver, all 3 Halloween shows. Dress up if you want, no pressure. We'll do a costume contest. We'll bring some of you up on stage. We did this before in Boston a couple years back during a holiday weekend. And Rain and I will be dressing up 3 different costumes all 3 nights. So in Boston, we did taco and soup can every night, but we have gone all out. I mean, I'm just having the packages like roll in. I ordered so much stuff. I'm so excited.
I'm having so much fun with this.
I
have
know.
2 coming. I have a third I'm like on the fence about, but I sent it to a couple people. I wasn't sure if it was going to hit with this generation of kids. But I sent it to someone of Tessa's generation. They knew what it was. So I was like, okay, I can't wait. And we give away vibrators and toys at all of the shows. So if you're coming, about 50% of the people dressed up in Boston. But
Oh my God, so much fun.
tons of people dressed up. And please come, bring your friends, get dressed up. If your friends have never heard of the show or listened, they'll still love the live show.
100%.
They'll love it. It'll be like a really fun party.
Yes. And those are coming up. Vancouver's sold out, I believe, at this point. Portland's really close, and there's still some tickets left for Seattle, but they'll be going.
And last year we told people from Vancouver to come to Seattle because Vancouver always sells out super, super quick. But it's a quick drive to Seattle. So come to Seattle.
Yeah, we
won't really be opening more seats up. That's girlsgottaeat.com for tickets. We can't wait to see you all through the fall.
Yes. And our other company, Vibes Only, we have so many fun new products. The pumpkin spice blow gel is crushing it. So you can give a pumpkin spice blow job this season or eat some pumpkin spice pussy because it's vulva safe. The Alice in Wonderland, people are obsessing over. It's truly the best toy we've created.
It is the greatest rabbit I've ever seen on the market. If you like to be penetrated internally and have external vibration, that's the toy for you.
Yes. Or again, just use it all externally if you want. That's not like the top level of what it can do, but it's just so soft and so perfectly squishy that like sometimes if you're just feeling lazy, just get into your clit with it.
It's the softest. I get nervous every time I say, is it silicone or silicone?
Silicone.
I own this company and I'm like, I don't know how to say it. I get nervous every time we're coming up on it. But yes, it has this rose gold detail that makes it really easy to hold. It has like a finger loop. I use it all the time. It's very elite. But you are forgetting our most important announcement today about Vibes Only, Ashley, which is the Ashley is back in stock. Our most classic vibrator. It is tall and classic, just like Ashley. It is our most powerful vibrator. It's this beautiful mauve color. It has this ribbed handle. It's really easy to hold. And I mean, I love everything we do, but some of the stuff is not for everybody. Not everybody wants to be penetrated internally, whether externally vibrated. Not everybody wants a butt plug, but like this is the toy. Like if you've never had a vibrator ever, this is what I would suggest.
Yeah, it's a classic wand, but it's more beautiful than anyone else out in the market. And of course, it's Bluetooth connected to our app. And again, just easy to use, all different intensities, whatever you're into, you can put on a lower setting, especially within the app, or it is our most powerful toy. So you can really just vibrate your whole body.
I've been really enjoying that lately.
I love the Ashley, and it did sell out, and we didn't have it for a few weeks. We were getting messages left and right, which I was like, excuse me, we've had this forever. Are you just now hearing about this company? No, I love it. It's super flattering. So it is back. It's super flattering that you guys would want any of the toys that we sell out. But this is Ashley's first sellout. Raina has sold out time and time again. So it was a new experience for me that people couldn't get it and they wanted it. Because I was like, do people, are they into this?
We also ordered like 3 times the amount of Ashleys we did.
We ordered a ton. So sold out, back in stock. And, you know, if you think you might have a future in podcasting, you can use it as a microphone. It just looks the most like a microphone.
Like I put one on the couch. I don't know where it was.
It doesn't have an actual microphone on it. Oh yeah, where is it?
It's up on the shelf. We got a new shelf.
There she is.
Tessa and I.
She really is so beautiful. I mean, I just haven't.
I thought you meant Tessa. There she is.
She's
been here all day.
Tessa's beautiful too. It's so lightweight. I mean, it's the lightest wand on the market for sure.
And it looks kind of like a dick. also.
Yeah.
A mushroom top.
Yeah, you could do a lot with this.
A nice gold detail. So that is all available at vibesonly.com. And then, of course, we have an app. All the toys are Bluetooth enabled. There's a free remote control in the app. So get in there. There's some free content, some free videos and erotic audio. Check it out.
Okay, I just saw this other funny thing. We were talking about travel and stuff. I can't remember if I told this on the podcast. It was like a piece of my stand-up for a minute, but we have this driver that we use in New York from time to time, and he's so wonderful, and we love him. His name is Gondo. He's Indonesian, and I say that because one of the times I used him really early on, I had him bring me to get my rhinoplasty in Short Hills, New Jersey. It's about like a 45-minute, hour-long drive, so he picks me up like 6 in the morning, and I was just getting to know him, so I was like talking to him about like, you know, his story of immigrating to America and his family. And he's like married with kids. He has this beautiful family. I love seeing them on Instagram and everything. And we were just chatting. Again, it's like 6 a.m. So I'm not loving the like small talk that early, but I was doing it. And I was like happy to do it. I know, right? So he said something like, you know, are you single? He was like, so what about you? You know, and what's your relationship status? Yada, yada. And I was like, I'm single. And he goes, Ashley, you need to get a boyfriend. You need to get a boyfriend. He said it to me. And I'm like, yeah, what do you think I'm doing getting this nose job? No, I'm kidding. I was getting it for me. But it was just so funny that he's taking me to my nose job and he's like, you need a boyfriend.
Also, like, you got to go pick it up at the store. Like, it's so easy.
Yeah, I'm
like, I'm just going to go into Target and get one this afternoon. I forgot.
So I hadn't thought about this in a while. I mean, that was spring of 2021. And
I think about it a lot.
I had a memory unlocked because I texted him. Basically, we're leaving Delaware. I'm dropping Sparkle Eyes off in Philly, and then I'm going to have Gano bring me to New York. Bottom line, he was like, send me your flight number. And I said, I'm not flying in. I'm dropping my boyfriend off at the airport, then going to New York. His flight departs at 9, yada, yada. I'll be at the airport at like 7:30. Congratulations, 3 fire emojis. And then if you could ask him for his flight number still, that would be great. And then wait for your engagement ring emoji.
No. Just trolling you.
I'm also like, wait.
He's so excited.
I know. He's so excited. Fire emoji, ring emoji.
That is so funny. I want no reaction. When I tell somebody I have a boyfriend, I want them to be like, that tracks.
It's just so funny. Like, congratulations.
Congratulations. We never thought it was going to happen, and here we are.
He's so excited.
He really wants the best for you.
Oh my God.
That is so funny. Thank you for telling me that.
I know. It like, took me a minute. I like sent the screenshot to Rob and I was like, Hondo was on one because he's like how we met him. And he just thought it was so funny. And then I remembered about like, Ashley, you need to get a boyfriend. I'm like, he's been waiting for this moment.
You don't think I think about that a lot, him saying that to you. He's very expressive.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, I know. I
I'm
love
happy
him.
He's excited for you. He's going to see his little girl all grown up.
Okay. So you had some things you want to talk about. You want to talk about some icks?
I uncovered a new ick for myself.
Uncovered it.
Watching people eat yogurt. It's peak ick. It's disgusting.
This is so
this came to me because I was eating yogurt.
I eat yogurt all the time.
It's disgusting to me every time you do it.
That's my signature breakfast.
Your whole personality. Yeah. I did it in front of you this morning and I caught a glimpse of myself. And you get like that white line across the bottom lip. And it makes me want to vomit when I see other people doing it. And I caught myself with the white line and I was like, I'm icked out by myself. I don't even want to know that happened.
I get a line more with smoothies than yogurt. I guess I'm just a professional yogurt eater. But like there's this one Taylor Harvest smoothie. It's the black sesame banana. It's black. I use a straw, but if I just sip it and I don't use a straw, my lips are black. There's a blue acai bowl at Great White that I'll be there and
mouthful of blue.
Yeah, and Sparkle Eyes is like your mouth is blue.
Okay, that wouldn't give me the ick. The black, it's just the white crustiness. It makes me sick inside of my body. It is so disgusting. And on a man, let me watch you eat yogurt like a little girl.
Is it because your mouth also has to be like kind of purse your lips to like get it off the spoon?
It's not a masculine thing to eat, first of all. I just don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to watch a man eat yogurt. It's disgusting. And then
Okay.
It's not a masculine breakfast item. Eat a burrito, a breakfast burrito like an adult. And I also just the white line, it makes my stomach turn so badly.
I remember like one time, like my skin is dry, my lips tend to be dry. I keep them moisturized. I have hand lotion, Aquaphor on me at all times because I hate a crusty lip. And I remember one time I was with Kate and she goes, "Your lips." And I couldn't feel it, which I can usually feel it. Like I have Aquaphor on me all the time. Like I hate the feeling of a dry lip. And so I try to keep them like nice and moisturized. And she was like, "What is going on?" I looked, they were so crusty. We died laughing. I was like, also like, that's what true friends do to each other. Like
they just let you live like
I
that
think
forever.
also like she couldn't handle looking at it anymore.
I know there is a point at which I'm like, I'm just going to let them live for a little bit. And then you have to say something because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, I have two more because I was at Whole Foods the other day. I saw this guy drive by me. He looked so sexy. And then he like couldn't find a parking spot. And I watched this car just like go up and down all the aisles. And I was just like, it gives me the ick. You can't find a parking spot.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. So there were none available, right?
Yeah.
There was no spots.
There's no spots.
Okay. But like one time I was with our friend Ted Jones, and this was kind of early on in ick culture. So it like made me laugh even more. Remember when ick was new and people would say it? Like, remember Bella said it one of the first people I ever heard say it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like so long ago. Like to me, she created it, but she didn't. But
Bella's the creator.
We were talking. He was here. This is before we lived here. And I had a show with Improv and he was driving me around for the night. And there were plenty of spots, but he couldn't decide on one. And so he was like wavering.
He was like weighing what the best
like
way.
he was kind of pulling one he couldn't get, and then he goes, "Are you getting the ick right now?" And I was like, "Yes." Like we weren't on a date, but it was so
You've
funny.
icks.
Like I need a confident driver.
Totally.
I had an ex that was just kind of more of a nervous driver, and I was like, "This is disgusting." Like I'd rather have you wreck, but be confident about it.
Totally. Right. Like you're like, it was the other person's fault. They deserved it.
Like, don't be too safe. No, I'm kidding.
I have one more ick. You inspired it. You doing it. Listen, it's not.
What is this all about me?
The yogurt was about me. I ate the yogurt.
I've never seen you eat yogurt.
That's because I do in private. Because I get the white line and it's disgusting. Okay, you just did this thing and I was like, if it's a girl, never would faze me in a million years. If it was a man, I will never fuck you. You got a piece of hair in your mouth. You're like struggling to get it out. And
run the tape. Splice it in right now. We had the cameras on when I was
like,
doing it. Run the blooper.
And I was like, that's normal for girls. You have so much hair. Like, of course you get hair in your mouth. But like watching a man try to get a piece of hair out of their mouth is so embarrassing.
I wonder sometimes what guys think about just the sheer amount of hair we lose. You like growing up, my brother had this like hair phobia, and I would fuck with, like he hated it. He shaved his head. He hated hair. It was a whole thing. He's fine now, and his wife has like long, thick hair, so he's dealing with it. But like I would I would fuck with him so much. Like I remember this one time I like passed him a Jolly Rancher. You know, I was like a fucked up kid.
Yeah.
And I actually opened it and I like licked it so it was wet and I wrapped a piece of my hair around it and I handed it to him. He like started crying. and like we shared a bathroom growing up, so I would leave all my hair on the shower wall and he would be like, Mom, there's hair on the wall. Like he would go crazy.
Onto the floor and like pick up the hair.
Well, I put my hair on the shower wall when I'm losing it during my shower. Do you not? This is not weird. I know a lot of people do this.
What do you mean?
Because too much hair will clog the drain. So when I'm losing hair when I'm shampooing, which I
you mean like when you shampoo your hair and you pull your hands
pull your hair out.
hair.
I put it on the wall and then I grab it from the wall and like put it in the toilet or the trash. Like some goes down this drain, but like the more hair that goes in the drain, the quicker it'll get clogged.
I just clean
a lot of people are shower wall people.
That would really give me the ick. One piece of hair on the wall.
Oh,
ick.
Well, I used to do it on purpose for my brother. After
he's afraid
took the face
hair.
off his Barbie doll. He's fine now. But like, I mean, I'm also just like hormonally, I think I'm losing a little bit more hair right now, which I don't love. Like my hair actually like has just been kind of on my mind because it used to be this thing that I had this like long, perfect hair. Looking at old photo shoots, I was getting kind of sad the other day. It's totally different here with the water.
It's the weather and the water.
I know, but like I know what's normal for me and I am losing more right now for whatever reason. I think it was probably all the hormonal changes. It's something that I'm like overly concerned about, but there's just hair everywhere. Like my bathroom floor, like I'm like vacuuming and I clean it up, but I always wonder if guys are just like, God, there's so much fucking hair everywhere all the time.
I mean, I think about that every day. I'm like, how do I produce this much hair? And like you and Tessa are here a couple days a week, but it's like I go around the house. I vacuum like 3 days a week. I'm like, how is there this much hair?
Yeah, it's so much hair.
Every corner. Like, how do I still have hair on my head if there's this much hair? I vacuum a lot.
Like, I feel like boyfriends, husbands, partners, whatever, they're just always covered in our shit. Like, you like give them a hug. They're wearing a light colored shirt. They're like, oh, there's my makeup. They have your hair on them all the time. Like, they're just constantly like.
Do you think that grosses them out? Nothing grosses men out.
No, like not if they love you. They're like, ruin my shirt. I don't care. I love you.
Do you know what gives me the ick a little bit? Black hair in my hairbrush. Like if somebody uses my hairbrush. And I wonder if people with like black hair feel like that about blonde hair. Like, ew, what is this like?
I don't want someone else's hair in my hairbrush.
Just you think it's just anybody else's hair?
Yeah, anybody else's hair.
Blonde hair wouldn't bother me because I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, like I don't want to see someone else's hair in my hairbrush.
A different color in my hairbrush really gives me the ick. I have a weak stomach.
You're like Matt. So icks, this kind of ties in. This is another funny thing I want to tell you. I'm nervous I have an ick incoming.
Oh,
so
pending ick?
Yes.
A pick.
Hear me out. I'm going to tell you the whole journey. So we're recording this before I go to Delaware. And one thing I want to do when I'm there with Sparkle Eyes is ride the bikes. So my brother bought me a bike for Christmas. I have my beach cruiser at the bike at my brother's house. And then he's going to ride my brother's bike. Okay. And we'll like ride around. We'll do this trail that I love. You know, we'll ride into Rehoboth. Like we'll ride bikes this weekend. I have a whole plan. Matt's going to bring us to his house. We'll grab him. We'll have him for the weekend. He had me convinced that he couldn't ride a bike on the phone.
Oh, immediate. You guys, I don't know how to ride a bike. Immediate ick.
I said, I cannot have two partners who can't ride bikes. I said, are you fucking with me? You know Raina can't ride a bike. He goes, I know, we're one and the same. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. He had me going for like minutes. I was like,
a man that can't ride a bike?
Like, I was like, oh my God, my brother's gonna have to teach my boyfriend how to ride a bike this weekend because this is part of our itinerary.
You're gonna have to stay at a hotel and he can't see Matt.
And so he was... We're not staying at Matt's. Okay. I would never fuck in Matt's house.
I was like, where is she going to have sex at Matt's?
That's off the table.
This is a passing shower thought for
like,
me.
if I wouldn't do it, I don't think I could do it. Matt doesn't want it. Like, it's just not... It's not a thing.
I don't want to have sex in any of my family members' houses.
I'm a grown ass. I'm a 40-year-old woman. Like, we would be allowed to stay there.
The two of us. Turn me on. It's disgusting to me.
Yeah, but even like when Stephanie's sister lived with him that summer, he was like, I have one rule. You're not bringing dudes back here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not in like he was just like, I don't want guys coming in and out of the house. Well, yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, also she's much younger.
Yeah, she was like 20 years old. So anyway, he was like, I'm just playing with you. Like, I'm nice at riding bikes or whatever. And I was like, we'll see.
I'm nice at what does that mean?
Like, I'm nice.
I'm comfortable.
I think it's like a hot thing to say. Like, I'm nice at that. You never heard that saying?
No, that's hot.
Yeah, like when we were talking about Wordle, he was like, oh, I'm nice at Wordle.
What? I love that.
It's sexy.
That's sexy.
You never.
If there's a man listening to this, you should start incorporating that in your. That is sexy as fuck.
I'm
nice at that.
He doesn't overuse it, but he says it about some things.
Oh no, overuse ick.
Well, he said he was nice at mini golf, and then I beat him, so he needs to cut back.
You're both very tall. I can't imagine either of you playing mini golf. You're so far away from the ball. You praying mantises.
I just barely beat him, but I kind of fucked him on this one hole. But anyway, but he's fucking my holes all the time, so it's what it is.
Hey.
Okay, anyway, that was my point. I was panicking. Like, I cannot have both of the most important people in my life that can't ride bikes. Like, what is this? Am I the common denominator here? But he was kidding.
When a girl can't ride a bike, I think it's adorable. It's like, I'm so stupid. I don't know how to ride a bike like me. When a man can't ride a bike.
Like, what's he going to look like? Do you think it's going to be... Do you think I'm going to get the ick? He's ick proof because I love him and I'm super attracted to him. But I'm just saying, like, do you think he's going to look weird riding the bike?
I think he's too tall to ride bikes. I think Matt's too tall to ride bikes. I mean, bikes look like they're going to crush under the weight of you people. You're all so tall.
Not Sparkle Eyes.
That's true. He's skinny.
I'm skinny too.
I'm skinny too. Who is skinnier?
But Matt has a big bike. It's a big cruiser. He got it custom made.
Okay. I was talking to somebody on Hinge. I want to know what you guys think. Is a scooter a vehicle? Yes. This guy, I have this like cute prompt. I'm like, I'm new to LA. I'm stupid. I don't know anything, which is not true. I could give you an amazing tour of LA, but
right, exactly.
I'm just like, I'm so helpless.
I'm so
Teach me how to be alive.
I can't drive.
We go to a restaurant. I'm like, I can't read. You read me the menu.
Wait, I'm kind of dead at this. Someone should do this sketch. Like how like they overcorrect on the like let guys feel needed. You know, they're just like, I can't walk. Can you carry me?
I can't pick shoes. How does shoes work? How do you tie these? This guy, I was like, I'm so helpless. I don't know anything. And he's like, I'm an amazing tour guide. And I was like, what qualifies you for the position? He sent back the longest response. It was a whole page.
I didn't
guys.
love it too much.
It was too much.
Too
I mean,
extra,
it's
but
just.
I'm still okay with it.
Well, I do keep in mind all the time what you said about Sparkle Eyes, which is like you look at his profile and you would be like, ew, like it's
okay. Those are your words. I didn't say ew, gross, but yes, I don't know if I would have matched with them.
Dating profiles are ick. It's ick. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Everybody's dating profiles is embarrassing. Like no one's out here like killing the game. Like everybody's like, I don't know what to say in an opening line. Everything you say is ick. It's weird. But his was too much. It was a full page.
That not his prompt, him responding to you. I think he just went too hard on trying to impress you, kind of, is my vibe.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy.
Which is not the worst thing in the world.
I know. I want to be on a pedestal. I want you to think I'm better than you. I think that we should all be dating somebody that loves us a little more than we love them.
Well, cosign. Just kidding.
My aunt told me that when I was like 6.
Everybody says it. Laura Wasser said it, didn't she? Am I making this up?
I don't know. I love her. I miss her. It's funny when adults tell you things that you're not capable of understanding. Like, that's a concept you don't tell a 6-year-old. What is a 6-year-old going to say?
That is so true.
My aunt was like, find a man that loves you more than you love him. I'm like, what does that even mean? What is love? What is sex?
I'd rather hear that, though, than like they're bullying you because they like you. That's the most toxic thing we teach little kids. It's insane. He's being mean to you because he likes you.
It's crazy.
How do you drill that into a kid's head? I get so fired up about this. It is true. It's usually true, but like, why?
There's so much context that like a child could never understand.
This whole he's being mean to you because he likes you is an insane thing to drill into a kid's head. Okay,
that's an insane thing. He said he had multiple. He said we can take one of my multiple vehicles to blah blah blah. We can take my truck to the beach, or I'll take you on a scooter, blah blah blah. And so I'm dissecting this with Sparkle Eyes and Ashley, and we had a real discussion about is a scooter a vehicle? Because I was like, it's not. He means he has 2 cars, and you were like, nope, scooter's a vehicle.
He means so. I don't hate the truck and scooter combo at all.
It's hot.
Matt Hasseltine has a big truck and he has his scooter and he scoots around the beach and stuff. This guy lives at the beach. Mm-hmm. Different vibes to have a scooter in West Hollywood, but you still could do it. But like when you're at the beach, it's so nice to have a scooter. Yeah. Like we have some guy friends that have like just electric bikes. You know, scooter's like an elevated electric bike. What else would you call it is my point. Like what's the word? It's a vehicle.
I know.
It's a motorized vehicle.
I think it's sexy. Also, I'll tell you what he hasn't done, and he has not said the word meditation to me yet. So I am all in.
You know what I have on a loop in my head is like from that clip. I just want a guy that's not going to talk to me about meditation. Like the way you said it. Yeah. I like always watch those clips back.
I hear like a certain you say.
I lay in bed and watch clips of you.
I do that too. Sometimes to go to sleep, I either watch all the videos that Ryan made of our live shows, not because he made them, it's because they're of us.
Yeah.
Or I watch old clips of us and I just laugh at how funny we are.
Are you still talking to him? Because Sparkle Eyes did ask me. Because it was the 3 of us that were on this group chat about it. Are you still talking to him?
He called me when I was at the airport in Dallas. He calls me all the time.
No, the guy on Hinge.
Well, I decided to...
I know you talk to him all the time. Way more than you share.
I really was like, why are people asking? The answer is yes. That's crazy. What are you talking about? Of course I'm talking to him. We're still together. I love watching Tessa laugh and stuff. I did not respond to his last thing. And then last night, I told you need to take my phone and force me to do stuff. Also, when I'm drunk, I've decided that I also have to respond to things. Sober me in the middle of the day is not responding to these people.
Okay, so we're drunk responding, not drunk packing.
Yes.
So when you have an inclination to get drunk and pack and have a meltdown, what we're going to do
we're gonna
is we're going to be sober and pack, and then we're going to be drunk hinge.
And when I say drunk, I mean I pour like 1 shot of bourbon. But why is this funny?
I don't know. It's just the way you talk about alcohol, like what actually goes on behind closed doors is like so not. Like Raina's like, I haven't drank all week. She's like, I've only had 1 bottle of wine every night by myself. So ridiculous.
I have 2 glasses of wine. I barely finished the second. Unless I'm packing, I have the full bottle.
You gave me anxiety talking about drinking and packing. Like I get anxiety packing sober, like to add alcohol into the mix. Yeah, every once in a while, I'm the same. I think I want to have a glass of wine while I do this thing, put some music on. No, you have to be clear-headed.
You're right. That's why it takes me so long. Because I have 1 glass because I think it'll like de-stress me because it is so stressful packing because we need like travel outfits.
Yeah.
We go work all day at like a coffee shop. Then we need an outfit to wear to the venue. We need venue outfits. Like it's too much. And so I'm like, I'll have 1 glass and de-stress, put on my like Kygo radio, dance around. And then then I have a third glass, and I convince myself that I'll do this in the morning. And then I really hate myself.
Yeah. For 3 days, like that Austin, Dallas, professional packer. Like I'm boom, boom. I'm carrying on. I packed so quickly. I knew exactly. But once we hit this like 12 day for me, like, or, a week plus, like it gets really hairy.
What I did for Europe, my packing tip is I just do as many neutrals as possible that I can mix and match.
Color scheme.
And I take photos of every outfit, so I know exactly what's in the suitcase, and I know what I've pre-planned. I use packing cubes that I bought on Amazon. They're like $10, so that's really helped my packing game.
Yeah, I mean, we said that Lillian Charles, who is our friend, and she's a stylist in Atlanta, and she came on the show before. I believe it was like 2020. She said that, and I've never forgotten it, like the pick a color scheme. And a lot of times that's just going to be like black and neutrals, but like sometimes it'll be like, okay, I'm doing my like navy moment on this trip, so everything's like maybe shades of blue. Raina, okay, what were you going to update us? Are you talking to him or no?
He followed up and said, how's this weekend? And last night I said, how's tomorrow night? So that would be tonight.
Oh.
So I'll let you know.
Oh, the last thing was like, it could be tonight?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh my God. Let's get your phone out.
Okay.
We'll see if it happens in real time. Let's take a quick break and then we will jump right back into this conversation. Okay. I am going to just kick it off and tell you guys about Lumi. I actually just posted on my Instagram story yesterday how much I have been loving Lumi. So this is a deodorant. It is aluminum free, made with skin safe ingredients, and it's a whole body deodorant. So it's the first of its kind. It's safe to use anywhere on your body: pits, underboobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas, and feet. What? Put it in your butt crack? I'm so dead. So here's the thing. I'm just going to be real about this because I even once sent you a voice note about my own personal body. You thought I was telling you stunk, but basically I was just,
what deodorant do you wear?
I was trying to, so I've always done different types of deodorants and antiperspirants. Lumi is a deodorant, it's not an antiperspirant. So what I have found throughout all my years is that actual true antiperspirants do make me smell worse at the end of the day. They're blocking your sweat. Most of them do have aluminum in them, maybe all. I'm not certain, but like something about them, I guess you're technically sweating less, but I smell bad. Like all the traditional deodorant antiperspirants, I just don't like. Like I want something that's going to keep me smelling fresh all day long. And so I've truly put this to the test. Like I wake up, I put it on, and I smell like it at the end of the day. Even if I've sweat, even if I'm a little moist, even if I got a little wetness under my pits, like I smell fresh. I feel like I'm smelling fresh if I'm like hooking up. Like I just feel really great about it. And I love their scents. So their toasted coconut smells exactly like Girl Scout smell of cookies, to the point where I sometimes don't wear it because I'll be craving cookies all day. So sometimes I wear the toasted coconut, but I'm like, if I'm hungry, forget it. I'll just have to go get some cookies. But maybe you want to put that one on your vulva and your butt crack. Yes. Like toasted cookie butt. Yeah. Samoa butt. I'm sure Girl Scouts of America come for us. They're like, please stop talking about eating ass when you're talking about Girl Scout cookies.
Thin mid buttholes.
But so I've done the peony rose. And so I love a rose smell. Raina, that's how you say it.
Peony.
The one sound like panty rose. Well, how would you say it? Peony?
Peonies.
Peony. Peony rose.
Peony.
So
peony.
I use the stick deodorant, but you can also get the cream if you're into that too. I just have so many different things. The minted cucumber I'm really liking, and I'm just obsessed with this. Like the packaging is really fun, and there's also like a body wash, and it's clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. So 12 hours after a shower, the average person has an odor level of 6 out of 10. With Lumi, the average odor level is a 0 out of 10. I don't know who did all these studies. Can you imagine signing up for that? You're like, I'll sniff people. So we love it. I'm so excited. Corey slid in my DMs yesterday and she was like, are you really loving this? As opposed to like, a competitor that she's using. I'm like, yes, I'm going to bring you some this weekend. So I can't just stress it enough. If you want to smell like cookies, get that toasted coconut, or again, the peony rose, the minute cucumber. There's a lavender smell. Like their scents are really great and it really keeps you smelling fresh. You're not going to be end of the day smelling spicy. And again, you can put it everywhere. So Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. That's how I started too. I really love it. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash that I mentioned, and deodorant wipes. We love a wipe, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code GGE at lumideodorant.com. That's over 40% off your starter pack when you visit lumideodorant.com and use code GGE, and Lumi is LUME. So lumideodorant.com, code GGE.
Okay. And then something that is important in both of our lives, Daily Harvest. It makes my morning routine so easy. I wake up starving, as you guys know, because I've had so much to drink the night before. I am ravenous. And to be able to like open up my freezer and just pull out some Daily Harvest to make in 2 seconds is really, really nice, fast, easy. It's also nourishing. It's something that's good for your body. I think about, we had this doctor on the show a while ago, and he talked about foods that were like punishments for your body or a pleasure for your body, essentially. And I feel good when I eat Daily Harvest. So if you guys know what it is fresh fruits and vegetables that are frozen and delivered straight to your door. They have so much to choose from. So in the morning, they have smoothies, forager bowls, they have lattes. I love the smoothies. I'm just looking at it now. They have so many different ones. I've never tried this cold brew and almond one, so that's going to be part of my next order. Banana and almond, passion fruit and green smoothie. I'm absolutely obsessed with the strawberry and peach. I drink it all the time.
Date and almond. That date and almond is unbelievable.
And it's the perfect.
Did you know that's what I was drinking yesterday? We had a call that got a little heated, and I just
You stayed cool.
I was sipping that smoothie the whole time. Like I was just on the Zoom, like with my date and almond smoothie, just slurping out the straw while you and someone else just really kind of went at it. You were like, "Are you going to weigh in?" I was like, "I don't know."
I literally was like, "Ashley, you going to say anything?" And you're like, "I'm having my smoothie now. I can't." Okay. But it helps you to skip all the like chopping, baking, shopping, and all those things, and really just take something out of your freezer and it is ready in minutes. The portion sizes are really big for the harvest bakes and the bowls. You can always add a protein to them. So I do that all the time. It's just nice to know I have something in my freezer that's going to make me feel good, that's going to fill me up, that's delicious. There's so much variety. I have never had anything from there I didn't like, and there's so much to choose from. And this has really helped me at times, like every time I get surgery, because you guys know I love to do it. I stock my freezer with it because I just have something easy to pull out that will have a positive impact also on the environment, because even their recyclable and compostable packaging makes me feel like I'm doing something good for the world, including myself. Take the stress out of your mornings with Daily Harvest. Go to dailyharvest.com/GGE to get up to $65 off your first box. That's dailyharvest.com/GGE for up to $65 off your first box. dailyharvest.com/GGE.
Okay, so there's this thing you want to discuss.
I just had this thing happen with this guy, and it reminded me of something that happened with you a little while ago, pre-Sparkle Eyes. Sparkle Eyes would never. And I think it's like, I just like to tell you guys stories I find anecdotal. And if there's a takeaway. This guy who I thought I had plans with out of town, so like I was traveling somewhere and I thought I was going to see him, hit me with this like, "I'll let you know." And I find it like so insulting. So let me explain a little further. I thought we had plans in another city, and he kind of hit me this text that was like, "I'd love to see you, but I also have some friends in town. I'm not sure what's expected of me, so I'll let you know if I can see you." And I'm insulted when anybody like breaks a plan with me and then acts like they didn't know we had one.
Right.
I don't like it when friends do it. I don't have any tolerance for it, but especially when somebody you think you have like a romantic involvement with does that, it really bothers me. And I was just like, okay. And he was like, I'm not sure when this person's coming in town. I'm not sure what the plan's going to be. I'm going to be dragged around. And I was like, I don't need any more information about this. You are breaking a plan with me that I thought that we had. And I hate this. Like, I will let you know. And I don't always want to subscribe to this feeling of like, if they wanted to, they would. But that is usually how it is. And I have previous experience with this person, and I know how it feels like when he wants to.
When he's intentional, yeah.
And also, I wasn't like begging or anything. I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I'm never going to beg anybody to see me. If you want to, great. If not, I will never ask again. I have like almost too much pride sometimes.
I think we want to talk about this in a broader sense of this whole, I might be going out of town. I have friends in town. I might, like, a lot of time it's that. Like, I might have this thing. Let me let you know, which I do it too. Like, I mean, not a lot, but I've done it, I guess. I don't remember the last time I did. I'm a mature ass adult. I say how I feel. I don't try to string people along in life, friends, romantic partners, or otherwise. But I've done it. You're buying some time. You're unsure if you really want to see this person. So if you've ever done it, you know why you're doing it. So when someone's doing it to you, you know why they're doing it. I kind of sometimes come back to Nick Vial saying that like men and women aren't that different. I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment, but like some of this stuff really is the same. Like they're doing it for the same reasons you do it, And I'm not saying this is the case with you and him, but I'm even thinking about the guy that I feel like did this to me. He lived in a different city as well. I was going there. I had a stand-up show there, and this was someone that I'd hooked up with on the road. I was into him, and I was coming back to his city and I never saw a relationship with this person, but I was like down to fuck again. And he was just like, oh, I might be going to the beach that weekend. I'll let you know. And I was like, this is my answer. And of course he never reached back out. Like
Totally.
it's that same energy. Like we talked about this with the guy earlier this year who was like, let me check my schedule. That was also a stranger on Hinge. But there's this thing and it's like, you kind of have your answer. And if they do reach back out, it means that you were always just an option. It doesn't mean they fucking hate you and never want to see you. They're keeping the door open in case they want to, but they don't want it enough. They're not being intentional. It's like the absolute opposite of that. And we're adults. You know what you're doing. Like, I also feel like it's a little different when you're younger. Like, you kind of don't know. Things are chaotic, but then you explain that even more and are like, I'll hit you up this time and let you know. Like, there still can be intentionality. There's your word. There can still be intention wrapped up in it. You know, like a late 30s, 40-year-old man that's like, I have friends coming in town and I'm not sure, or I might be going out of town and this and that. Shut up.
It's one of two things. It's either a lie, and you know exactly what you're doing.
An actual lie.
An actual lie. All I'll let you know means is I have other options and I want to see which one of them is the best at the end of the day. That's all it means. Or you really are that sloppy that you like have somebody coming into town, you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know like what your plan's going to be, or like when you're going to go out of town. Like, this is a very specific situation and different than yours, because he had said he had friends coming in town. Your guy had said like, I might be going on a trip.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know if they're going on a trip? I don't buy this. I think it's weird. I don't want to say I don't want to be with somebody who lives their life that chaotically, because I think it can be fun to be a little spontaneous, but mostly you know what your plans are. Also, this is not somebody I'm like seriously dating. This is somebody I just want to sleep with. I thought we would just like get drinks and have sex and that would be it. Like, I just don't like being hit with this, like, I'll let you know, because all that says to me is like, you are an option. I'm going to treat you like one. Mm-hmm. And I didn't follow up at all. I would never follow up to something like that. And I heard from him as soon as he knew I wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, I don't like that either. And I think such a tell is that if they offer another time, because I do understand there can be extenuating circumstances. God, your family comes in town. You're like, what the fuck is this going to be like? You know, you're wrangling your family. It's crazy. You got a bunch of sorority sisters coming in town, or you got like some, you know, chaotic friends coming in. You really don't know. Or you like, maybe you do have tentative plans that's, I don't know, weather dependent, work dependent, this and that. But like, if someone actually is into you and being intentional and wants to see you, they'll offer another thing.
Yeah, lots of things aren't so duplicitous and mean. Like, it can just be the truth. I mean, it's hard to make plans with me sometimes, because I'm like, we run two businesses, we're on tour. Sometimes I really am going to have to just let you know how I'm feeling that day. I don't really like to make plans too far out, because I have no idea how tired you and I are going to be. That's fine. But my point is, when somebody hits you with that, there is no me following up. Hey, it's me. I'm here. I'd love to see you. Like, they already know you want to see them. You've already made that clear. I don't need to hear that I'm an option. And I hate this behavior. I don't know. I've never dated women, so I don't know if women do it, but men certainly do it, of like, I'll let you know. And when the time frame has passed, they check in with you. That's just them trying to like stay on the bench and stay on your good graces. Yeah. And we're not doing that under any circumstances. And it's not like I'm such a bad bitch. I don't like the behavior. I'm not going to put up with it. I don't like it. I don't treat other people like that. And you know, when I don't want to talk to you, this other guy checked in with me last weekend and was like, are you around? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I'm at home. What's up? And he was like, I want to do this thing. And I never responded. That's the response. Yeah. I don't want to see you. So I think that like, you know, when somebody wants to see you or not.
Yeah. And it's not this like phrase that if you have a good solid relationship with somebody and they say this to you, you're like, oh no, red flag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if
this is somebody in the gray area.
This is somebody that's already giving you doubts in the first place. Like, you have somebody that every once in a while, those words escape my lips. Like, you really do need to like figure it out, and I'll let you know. And then you know that person will let you know and they'll come back around. But this is like more of that, like, if you're already having doubts and they hit you with this, like, I might be doing this, I might this, like, it's what we said it is. And to your point about the second you leave, that, I mean, I'm not saying that happens to be all the time, but it has happened and it is clear as day. And half the time they haven't even tried to hide the fact that they saw your Instagram story leaving town. Insane. They know you're gone.
Insane.
It's exactly them. They're like, let me just stay on this bench because I might want to try to get with her again. So they hit you up the second they know the window is closed.
This was the funniest. I'm like looking at this text thread. This is so funny because he said when you leave on Saturday, and I said 3:00, and he hit me up at 3:30.
That is, I mean,
it was
give it a couple hours, bro.
Crazy.
Like, he really was like, how transparent can I be?
I was just like, we're done here. I didn't ask to see you. Like, you didn't want to see me. It's clear that you didn't want to see me. Yeah. And I didn't beg for it. So like, let's be done here.
Yeah.
It's bad behavior. I'm just not I don't want it. And I'm not going to like check in with people and do those things. I'm too old for this.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of dating my early 20s in New York.
Yes.
Every guy on earth was the I'll let you know guy.
I know. And again, there's worlds in which this is reciprocal and you both are doing that to each other and it's just a hookup and that's fine. You know, like it's not that someone does this to you and you cut them off. Like it could be like, yeah, okay, maybe it'll work out. But if you really like this person, you want to be with them, you are being intentional and you're pursuing it, like it's probably not reciprocal.
Yeah. I remember my mom saying, don't show me a pile of shit and tell me it's a garden. Like checking in with me 30 minutes after you know I left town and saying, how was it? How was your trip? How's it? Don't do it.
No.
I am smarter than this. Don't insult me by pretending I don't see right through this. Like, that was the worst offense of all of it. I actually don't care that you didn't see me. I don't care about this I'll let you know shit. It is so insulting to me that you follow up after you know I've left.
Yeah.
I can read. I know what this means.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You think I'm so stupid? I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm so glad to talk to you now.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in my emotional space.
Remember the guy that did it to me for 3 days in a row? I was texting him and he would not respond till the next morning. I fell for it 3 times. And like one time it was at night, which tracks, you know, maybe I wrote back something at 7. I get the next message the next morning. Then one time it was like 3 and he didn't respond till the next morning. I was like, I am such a fucking idiot. But that dick was good.
That guy had tattoos and he was tall.
Yeah, he was sexy. Like we
sexy.
hooked up here in LA actually, and he lived on the East Coast. And again, I was never trying to date that guy, but I was definitely trying to get it in again. And he played me like a fiddle. It was very clear to me, and I gave it up. I was like, I'm out. You know, I think the best thing to do is be like, probably not going to see that person. Yeah. And then if they come around and you feel like you want to get down, then you can entertain it. But like, I don't hope, I guess.
I'm making plans.
Make plans.
You hit me
Make
with
plans.
I'm going to let you know. Then if you check in with me,
I'm gonna let
maybe,
you know what I think about you. I don't know.
You made it up?
I think it's Rihanna. I'm gonna let you know what I think about you. All right, keep going.
That's it. You just make plans and live your life. I mean, I've said this so many times in the show. I remember like in my early 20s, just like sitting at home, fully dressed, makeup on. Like maybe he is going to let me know. Bitch, no, he's not, sis. He's not going to let you know. So make other plans.
He's not going to let you know.
I don't even know what song it is.
I'm playing it right now.
Okay, another song. About you. Your girl. If it's something that you need. Yeah, you got it. Maybe you don't harmonize it the right way.
Yeah, I forgot the fucking words. Yeah, you think that was me doing my best? Maybe you didn't harmonize it, bitch. I didn't know the words. I knew 4 words. You think? Okay.
Anyways, I just want to see you. I want to see all of you just go out into the world and be treated the best.
Yeah, and like
world.
also just know these signs. Like I just wish I knew this shit when I was in my 20s.
I do wish like at 23 someone was like, sis, he's not gonna let you know.
He's not gonna let you know.
Like, don't do your makeup for this. He's not checking in.
Don't do your makeup.
You know, like
don't wax your pussy for this.
Oh my God, I would be so upset.
Oh my God, when you would like shave your legs and your pussy and put your makeup on and like not see that guy that night, like oh my God.
So it's like the kiss of death. If you do those things, he isn't gonna let you know. Well, if you go full Harry, he will let you know.
I know that Rob would always say like, don't clean your apartment.
That's true.
He was like, if you prep for it, not gonna happen.
It's not gonna If you want it too bad, the universe is like, no.
If you come home and you have to move laundry from the bed to the chair, that's when it
sex.
always would happen.
Yeah. Oh, when I have looked the ugliest, been the hairiest, that is when I'd pull the hottest guys.
I know. Okay. Well, we are going to get into our topic today, but I am first going to tell you about Quince. I'm wearing the full set right now. This is 100% European linen shorts and the matching shirt. I love this set so much. I love Quince so much. We really are so excited about all our partners today. Quince is our go-to place for luxury items at prices within reach. I really just cannot get over the prices. And I always say this, that you're like, what could be going on here? Like, what's the catch? But Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium, eco-friendly fabrics and finishes, and their prices are 50 to 80% less than similar brands. So really, we've talked about this before. If you want to start dabbling in this quiet luxury arena, this is really the place to start. You're going to have 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters, washable silk tops and dresses, and flattering pants. They make putting together any outfit that match easier. So this is great too, where all this stuff kind of goes together. You know, it's just like classic pieces, solid colors. Like you could just buy a bunch of stuff and like it could all go together, make it easier for packing, all those types of things. Like everything really just complements each other because you're really in that like luxurious looking, quiet luxury category. And I love the silk so much. Like I have the mini and the longer silk slip dress, 100% washable silk. You can throw it in the washer. Again, I would do gentler hand wash cycle, but hang dry, you know, and those are like, you know, 50, $60 for these dresses. The shorts, the pants, I love these like fleece lined shorts. There's jackets, there's loungewear, great stuff for work. You know, the days have changed of wearing like a fucking pencil skirt into the office. Like you can like look cuter than that and you can feel comfortable and like have nice fabrics on and just like really feel good in what you're wearing if you're going into the office. And we're just obsessed. I'm excited about like the fall and the sweaters and all these types of things, even though I'm still wearing like a short set right now. But we just want you guys to check it out. We love it so, so much. And you can get affordable luxury with Quince. Go to quince.com/GGE to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your order. That's QUINCE.com/GGE for free shipping and 365-day returns. Wow.
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 He used to do that a lot. Is that skinny guy I dated? Wow.
He did?
Wow.
Did his friend do it that I dated?
No. It was like the only funny thing he said that was funny. The only funny thing he said that was funny.
You can't use that too much.
He used it a lot. It was his own one joke. It was his one bit.
His one bit was Owen Wilson impression.
It was his one bit.
Oh my gosh.
He kind of sounded like that guy. He had
Did
a fucked
he?
up nose like him too.
Oh yeah.
He was nice. We did an episode about him called You're Not the One.
Okay.
Speaking of past episodes. So today's episode, so it was kind of inspired. We did the worst dating advice you've ever heard. And I just love that episode so much. I think it was 2 years ago, do you think? Do you recall?
Probably.
I'm always like, it was in the fall of 2021. But our website, girlsgottaeat.com, has every episode. You can search them. So it was inspired by that. And we have so many episodes about what to do during sex, blowjobs and butt stuff and all that. But I thought it would be fun to talk about the worst sex advice you ever got.
Yeah. You came up with this idea to do this episode. And then we were like both on the fence. And then we crowdsourced on Instagram. We're like, yep, let's do it. Some of it is really fun and light and funny. And some of it's like a little deeper, like the stuff that you're told when you're young or at just an impressionable age that you buy into.
I was actually surprised by the submissions for this and stuff. Because at first I was like, this is all going to be like weird, silly sex stuff. But there's more like conceptual stuff that you're told that I thought was really interesting. I'm excited to unpack.
Yeah. Let's just come out of the gate with one of the most popular responses, which was that sex is supposed to hurt and pain comes with the territory and all of that.
So no, it's not supposed to hurt.
Well, I
Damn
want
it.
to talk about it from like a virginity standpoint also.
Okay.
You know, like I think that sex can be uncomfortable when you have it for the first time. Your vagina is stretched out. Like anything else that you do that stretches your vagina out, you may experience some discomfort, but you shouldn't be having painful sex regularly. And we did a whole episode with Dr. Sonia Balani about pelvic pain. And we got a few responses that were like, I had painful sex for years before I went to a pelvic floor specialist.
Totally.
And lube is your best friend. I mean, I didn't know the word lube at 18.
Never occurred to me in
And
my life.
I was with my boyfriend who had a giant dick. But I mean, I know all our vaginas are different sizes too, but I think back to my personal experience. And again, my experience is not everyone's, but like he had a really huge dick. So did the guy that you lost your virginity to. And it was uncomfortable the first time, but then it was manageable. I mean, again, like huge dicks, maybe you have a shallower vagina, like you could experience some discomfort there. But as a whole, the narrative that like sex should be painful is not true.
Yeah, I also just thought I had to fight through it. Like I didn't really know how to move my body. Like sometimes I didn't know how to like angle my hips. Like doggy can hurt sometimes, but if I angle my hips a certain way, like the dick doesn't go as deep almost.
Yeah,
like you're blocking it from hitting certain things.
I mean, a big dick doggy is
hard to take.
Is painful.
Yeah.
You know, like just in general. So I want to spread that message too. Like, I mean, if you watch the Kim Kardashian sex tape, like Ray J can't get in there from the back. He has to.
She's my height, and
he is the biggest.
And
dick
his
I've
dick
ever
is my
seen.
height.
Yeah. He has to like prop himself up. Like there is a point where it's hitting the back.
I mean, I gotta finish with doggy. We're not starting with doggy. Like I need to be like good and lubed up and turned on for my hips to part that much.
Yeah, you're just getting like pounded. Like
Yeah.
you're feeling in your guts.
Yeah. You're just a hole at that point.
I'm like, let's get you coming.
I don't know if
Let's get you coming.
when you flip it a doggy, you're like, we're done here.
Yeah, I mean, I can come with like clitoral stimulation. Like this is a great time to use one of our toys, I think. It's like during doggy, but like I'm not saying I'm ready for it to be over, but I don't want to do it too long. It's like I don't like to use the word painful, but it is the most that I feel
Uncomfortable. Do you like doggy? We've never really talked about it.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's sexy.
Okay, so I was talking to somebody about this, type A fun, type B fun. Type A fun's like, I like it in the moment. I'm really enjoying this. Type B fun is like, I can masturbate to it later. I don't necessarily love it as much in the moment, but I really enjoy thinking about it. That's how I feel about people spitting in my mouth. In the moment, I'm not like, wow, this was amazing. But when I masturbate to it later, I really enjoy thinking about the memory of it. I wonder if anybody relates to that. Like, doggy, I'm probably not going to come from it unless I have a toy. I can't even masturbate during it. I like really need like a vibrating toy.
Yeah.
But when I think about having sex, it's mostly doggy.
I think it's sexy. Like I think you're like bent over, a guy's like grabbing your hips. Like I think they might be grabbing your hair, they might be like spanking you a little bit. Oh, this is like personal experience. Like I'm into it. And sometimes they just come in your back. Like I'm into the whole experience.
I'm turned on by it, but I'm even more turned on.
It used to be more my fave. I mean, my tastes have just changed. Like it used to be, I used to want way more oral sex, way more doggy, and now like I want more finger stuff, less oral, and like I'm down with all positions. You know what I'm loving is that lotus position. I guess I knew it had a name, but Emily Morse just posted this on her Instagram. It's when you're like facing each other, like your legs are around his waist. Like it's super intimate.
Oh, I come really hard from that. That's like the hardest I come.
I'm not doing that with someone I'm not really into. It's super intimate. I think you're like in an embrace essentially. It's so yeah, you think it's insane. It's like the sexy, like when I've done that, like we're so in love. Like you feel really connected, but that's not every time either. You know, that's like once a weekend.
Once a week. Not once a week, not during the weekdays. It's once a weekend.
I'm in a long distance relationship.
She's like, we only do weekends. I really get off from that. That's really nice.
It's hot.
But yeah, I feel like I used to, just to circle, I used to experience a lot more pain during sex. I didn't know how to move my body or angle or just ask someone to stop. I was just like, I should just take this because I'm here. And that's how sex feels.
Yeah. And the lube is just such a huge part of it. And like, we just always want to remove the stigma surrounding lube in the bedroom. You know, like no guy should ever shame you, you know, especially if you've been going at it all night, you've been drinking. We talked about it with birth control. Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever the reason, even if just naturally you're just not as lubricated as the average person. Like, I still remember this time when I was with this guy and I was like, God, this hurts. I mean, I know we've been like hooking up all weekend. This was years ago. And I just like grabbed a little lube and I was like, oh, there it is.
I think there is a lot of shame in feeling like your body is not naturally producing enough liquid so that you're like juicy and lubed up. But like an ex of mine, he's enormous. He's 6'3". He has a dick that is in proportion with his body. And I can't take it. It's too much. I can't do it without lube. And I'm just juicy as they come. I can't do it. It's too much.
And it's just also like, if you're really going at it for a long time, like I'm not a waterfall down there. Like if we're having some like long, prolonged, maybe we've been drinking sex, like the faucet turns off eventually and we need some assistance.
Okay, that brings me to one of my next things that we both want to talk about, which is that you have to come every time you have sex.
Yeah.
To enjoy the experience.
We talked about this last week, but we'll dive into it more. I mean, yeah, like if the bad advice, the lie, I guess a lot of this is also just like false narratives, but like if you didn't both come or one person didn't come and like it wasn't worth it or it wasn't good and that's just not true. You should want to come, by the way. We hope you're focused on your pleasure and so is your partner.
Totally.
But they could be doing everything they can. You could be doing everything you can and you just don't get there.
Or sometimes I'm just ready for this to be over. But I like creating experiences I could fantasize to later. So maybe I'm not finishing this moment, but like I didn't really come during sex until like my mid-20s, like consistently all the time. Like I have a high finish rate, probably compared to like your average person right now, but that took me a really long time to figure out how to do that. And like at least into my mid-20s, I was like, I'm not coming during sex most of the time. Like, this is a nice experience. I'm glad that he liked it. I'll masturbate later to it. But like me finishing was like not really, I didn't even think it had to happen.
Totally.
I was like, this is a foregone conclusion. It probably won't happen.
Totally. And I mean, that brings us back to like, but this narrative of it's all about the man's pleasure, which like all we do is debunk that. So that's out the window. But you know, you're taught that maybe if you're of our generation, like if that was kind of your sex education, your magazines that you were reading and things like that. And I think that's obviously like not what we're doing these days. I don't think many people listen to the show think that way.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to address it.
Yeah.
It came up.
This generation's so lucky. You don't have to think that.
I want to talk about ones that you feel like you maybe bought into. I have my number one.
Wait, you have a number one?
I just have one that I'm like, I thought about this.
Well, there's a couple things that like people thought food was sexy. And Varsity Blues, she puts like the whipped cream all over her titties. Dude, that's not fun to me. That's sticky. That's messy.
Yeah.
I'm in my head. I can't get out of my head. Obviously, fingering. I talk about it. Can't talk about it enough. I thought that you'd be like ramming fingers in your pussy hole. I thought that I discovered the clit like Christopher Columbus. I didn't know that anybody was doing stuff like rubbing that. So that was what I grew up really subscribed to my whole life.
Yeah. And but some people like the finger. We talked about with Maya and Sierra. I had that recently. Just fingers penetration. I like it.
I like
all the things.
I like everything. But I'm just saying, I thought that like that was the road to having an orgasm. And I was like, oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Right. While you're talking about but while you're talking about these like crazy ones, like ice blowjobs, like pop rocks blowjobs, like again, if you're into it, no shaming. But I think Cosmo was running out of stuff in the 90s, and they were like, ice. What?
I think it's a thing.
Yeah, no, temperature play is a thing.
Okay. But Cosmo was like, we got nothing left. Let's throw something
No,
at the
no,
wall.
no. Again, I know people are into this and like hot wax and ice and all that stuff. And I know that can be hot, but I feel like on a dick, like icy.
I don't know. I don't have a dick, so it's like hard for me to... It has to be premeditated.
Well, it's kink, which is also totally fine.
Pop rocks is insane.
Pop rocks
on a dick.
Pop rocks are shards. They are like shards of glass.
And there's a huge hose in your mouth and pop rocks.
No, the pop rock is crazy, but also if you're into it, go off. But yeah, I think it's just like somewhere along the lines, it was like put an ice cube in your mouth. And it's like, what did you ask your partner? Like, it's just kind of like
exercise in survival.
Yeah. It's just like, it's the same thing as drink hot tea and then go to it. You know, it's like, it's temperature play. It's a thing. We have like stories about this in the Vibes Only app.
It's too many things to think about. I can't have an ice cube and a dick in my mouth. How are we not choking?
Yeah. Okay, I feel like one of the ones that I subscribe to the most, we've talked about blowjobs, like spit and swallowing, like thinking you have to finish the job. I didn't realize it could just be foreplay. And then we did our whole blowjob episode about this. And just like, you don't have to be like, I'm a spit girl, I'm a swallow girl. You can be, I'm a foreplay girl.
I am the queen of loving blowjobs. And I don't think I even made it clear that I never finish a blowjob. Get out of here.
I'm down to finish a blowjob. But it's, again, it's like this thing of that it has to be every time. Once you go down there, you got to get your wheels turning about what am I doing? How am I finishing this?
Also, I feel that a lot of guys cannot finish from blowjobs. I've had like a lot of guys that I've dated and friends of mine. And that's also kind of a shameful thing because I think like guys are supposed to want to get their dick sucked. And so men are a little more hesitant to tell you that they can't finish from a blowjob. So you're just down there forever. Like if you can't finish quickly, then I can't be down here doing this job.
I love that you said that. I have definitely had that experience. And you're right. There is also that narrative out there that like men are going to come the second you put their dick in your mouth. And we've all had guys be like, you can come back up. I'm not going to come from this. That's same with us.
Totally.
The same with like, I'm probably just not going to come from you licking my pussy. Like, let's have sex or let's do something different. So I love that too. You're like, what is going on? Am I bad at this? You could be.
I know tons of guys.
You could be.
I mean, sometimes just like a guy that can jerk off in 5 seconds is not going to come from a blowjob. They need specific temperature and rhythm.
Or like fucking you. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
I know lots of guys that can come from sex in 2 seconds, can't come from a blowjob.
Okay. The other thing, blue balls. I really thought this was more of an issue than it is. This is one of my favorite Nikki Glaser bits from one of her specials when she was like, I mean, yeah, it's a feeling. It's not a problem.
It's just men are not equipped to deal with anything. If men had to have periods and babies, it would be the end of the human race. Like men just can't deal with anything. That's why.
Well, we've said this, I think, on the show. If a guy is saying this is a problem and you have to finish him off, run. This is a huge red flag. Grown ass, mature men that you want to date are not bringing up blue balls.
Right.
They can feel some type of way. I'm not negating that if you get really turned on and you don't have a release, you can feel that in your balls. Yes, that it's physically a thing, but like, yes, you can go relieve yourself, or B, it just goes away. This isn't something that's crippling them all night if you don't jerk them off or finish them off. Like, I really was just like, I can't leave him hanging. What?
I always thought that.
It'll go away. The feeling will go away.
Or
It's
they
like
get a little teeny headache. Grow up.
no, you don't.
Get out of here.
if you get a migraine from blue balls, you're prone to migraines. You're getting them anyway. I'm not a doctor, but.
Okay, I have a deeper question for you. Do you feel that sexual chemistry can grow over time?
Yes.
Not attraction, but chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I also wanted to give an update on that note that we talked about this in the summer of this girl who messaged me, and she had this dilemma with this guy who she had great sexual chemistry with and this other guy who she did a great emotional connection with. And I think at that point she'd cooked dinner for emotional connection guy.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't give me too much details, but it sounded like she was going to go with him and see if like they could develop this sexual connection. And they've been dating for 3 months.
Yeah.
I know. She like updated me. I was like, cutie. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't say this enough. I feel like the people I've dated seriously, the sex was not mind blowing the first night, even sometimes to the point of being like quote unquote bad or awkward. And it like got so much better. And I mean, you're saying chemistry though.
You could break that word down in different ways.
Yeah, you
'cause
could actually
felt chemistry. You felt sexual chemistry towards him, but very much.
People can really change in the bedroom. Like once they realize what you like. I mean, no one can read your mind. They're basing it off their last partner, what their partner liked.
Totally.
They may have not been with somebody who is as adventurous as you are, or on the opposite spectrum, maybe a little more inexperienced or like, you know, shyer. Like no one knows. So they're always going into it like, this is a brand new person I have to figure out.
Totally.
So I want to always speak pretty sensitively about my current partner, but I can't believe like how the sex got. Like, not that I can't believe it, but it's just like, I wouldn't have known night one how we would be now. And I think that maybe he hasn't been with somebody who's quite like me in terms of like being really
it's a sex toy company.
Into a lot of stuff
Right.
and like being really communicative and like dirty talking and all that stuff. So not that he's inexperienced, but I think I'm at a little maybe different level than his previous partners. I mean, I know this to be true. And he's stepped it up. I mean, it's like the best sex I've ever had. I mean, obviously I'm in love with him too, but like it just gets better every time. It gets like crazier, it gets dirtier, it gets hotter. It's like, this is like the perfect sexual partner for me. And that happened over time.
I think that every person shows up into a relationship with a lot of years of breeding before you. You have no idea what they were told about sex and shame surrounding those things and what their previous partners wanted, like you said. Like people show up with a lot of baggage. Like there is so much shame around like bring a sex toy into the bedroom.
Yeah.
And as long as you debunk that for somebody, I think it's fine. I never try to judge people via the first and second sexual experience. It's fucking weird having sex with a person the first couple times. Like it's so crazy.
Especially someone you like.
It's crazy.
It's even worse when you like them. Like someone you don't give a shit about.
I couldn't
like a
care
one
less.
night stand. I'm doing all the things.
The first time you have sex with somebody is so nerve wracking. You're like, are they gonna like how I look? Am I gonna like how they look? Like sometimes you're like, I don't know what's going on under that shirt.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do they have bitch hips and big thick thighs? Am I gonna like that? Like I don't know what's going on under there. And like it's awkward. And you're doing all this stuff and you're like, I don't know if they like this.
Yeah.
And like, am I allowed to do the things that I want to do that's gonna make me like this? Because like, what if you have to masturbate in order to come? Like some people are like, okay, I have to be in this exact position, touching myself this exact way. Like, are they gonna be okay with this?
Right. Yes. If they're like fingering you, for lack of a better word, using their hands, and you've been doing that, you know what you like. Like, are they going the same direction, same speed? Like, again, you have to like teach them.
Totally.
If they're willing to learn and figure you out, I mean, you're gonna have amazing sex.
Totally.
Wait, what was the wrong advice? That it can't grow over time?
That sexual chemistry does not develop over time.
Oh, yeah. No, not true.
I mean, I can generally tell if I am attracted to somebody. Like, I guess you could break the word chemistry down differently. Like, if I look at somebody as a friend, the chances that I'm going to see them in a sexual light are pretty slim.
But this is by person. Like,
Totally.
This is someone, like, sometimes absolutely not.
Right.
Sometimes you're like, we don't mesh sexually and you may never. So it's just based on the person. Like someone's really into you, they want to please you, they want to figure out what you're into, they're curious and they want to have better sex with you, then it's on. But some people are not. Like some people are not open. So then it's like, no.
It's so interesting because somebody I dated, I'm incredibly attracted to him, like wildly, if I could build a man. I think he is the sexiest person. I love watching him do everything. but the sex was not even close to like the best sex. And yeah, I got off, I like came, but like he had an overall refusal to like talk dirty or do anything all that kinky. Sex really was about him. Like there would be some times he was like pounding me so hard. I'd be like, do you even know that I'm here? I hate this, but like I'm going to take this, I guess, so you can finish. I didn't feel like I was in danger. It just didn't feel good. I felt such a chemistry towards him, but like sexually, we just like weren't really there. Like sometimes you think about all your exes and you're like, when I get back together with him and him, and I like so many things about this person, but the sex would be a real challenge for me.
Right. And then you can also conversely have someone that maybe looking at them initially, that's not my perfect physical specimen. I'm saying this because you felt that he was.
Yeah.
You know, so you can have the converse of like, you wouldn't look at someone and be like, oh my God, I got to rip his clothes off. And that could turn out to be someone that you have amazing sexual chemistry with.
Which I've had that too, where I probably wouldn't pick them out of a catalog.
Well, I'm thinking of your ex. Like, and this is not to say this person isn't attractive. It's just not like, that's my perfect 12.
Exactly. The other guy, I'd be like, if I could build a man, that's what he would look like. This guy, I don't know. If he was at the bar and I had enough to drink, I would do it. He'd be fine.
Then it was like amazing sex. Like, he blew your mind.
So yeah, I do think it can grow, but I think you both just have to be willing to work on it a little bit.
Okay, there's something I wanted to do. I wanted to play some audio from the Vibes Only app about hand jobs.
Okay.
Do you know which one?
No.
Here it is. In defense of hand jobs, Francis Ellis. So the bad sex advice is that guys don't like hand jobs. Why? They can do it themselves. They're always going to be better at it than you can be. And we had Francis do this for the Vibes Only app, and I wanted to play it.
Okay.
Here's why I love hand jobs. It's the one foreplay act where you can still talk to me. Blowjob, your mouth is full. You gotta take it out. How's it going? Is that good? Yeah, keep it going. Hand job, you can have a nice lively dialogue throughout the whole thing. Tell me I'm a bad boy, you know? Tell me I'm a loser. I don't know. Whatever it is that we're into, I'm gonna be into because you're into it. And that old saying of, why would I do something to him that he can do better himself? That only applies if what you're doing is bad. If you're giving a C- effort on the hand job, yeah, we can do a better job than that. But a very good hand job, we can't match that. If you're bringing essential oils to the table, or burning some incense, or playing some sort of diverting sounds, whether it's babbling brook or rain shower, airplane cabin, any of the tracks that you might use to sort of muffle a sleeping partner who has breathing problems, that takes us out of what's happening here and sends us into a different realm of pleasure. It really is quite nice. So keep in mind, a very intentional, prepared hand job beats anything that a guy can do to himself any day of the week. Bad hand job, pass. So don't sleep on hand jobs and try.
Yeah, I hate that old adage of like, why would you do something to him that he can do to himself better? He can't do it to himself better. He's looking at you while you're doing it. That's so hot.
I also love the dirty talk aspect. I mean, Francis made it funny with like, tell me I'm a bad boy, but like
you can.
You can talk during it. Yes, he's not going to use lube. Like, you know what I think is so funny? Like talking to guys about masturbating and you're like, wait, you don't use lube? And they're like, no, I don't use lube, Ashley.
I always thought they did though. I always thought guys had just like a bucket of Vaseline next to the bed.
I think sometimes they'll use like body lotion, but that dries up quick too. Like my Nivea, like no. Like
I always think lotion's so funny because it's like built to absorb into your body.
Right. It's not a good move, but like most guys don't have lube hanging out for their hand jobs.
Well, lube and Vaseline obviously are not supposed to absorb into the skin as much. So like
Vaseline, that's crazy. It's so thick. Vaseline, petroleum jelly. No. Oh my God. Okay. So hand jobs. I mean, here's the thing. I think hand jobs can be intimidating because of this.
It's just like blowjobs. You don't have to finish it. Just do it a little bit.
Again, I just like, you're like hesitant to get down there. I haven't done this in a while. A great thing to practice with like a partner that you feel super comfortable with, you know, and if you don't end up with them, take it on to the next, you know, but when you really feel comfortable with somebody, just get in there, like grab a little lube, be like, I'm about to give you the best hand job of your life and just own it. It's the same with blowjobs. Like just think you're good at it, get into it, be like, is this pressure good? Act like you're giving a massage. You know what I mean? Like, I think ask them what they want.
You're playing with their dicks. It's nice. It's fun. Who doesn't like that? Like, it's naughty. I love like a little hand job appetizer.
Yeah.
Just to get
you don't
going.
have to finish that job either, but also that's kind of hot.
To finish a hand job.
Yeah.
When was the last time you finished a hand job? That's crazy.
Girl, I don't know.
It's just like a fun way to edge, I think.
Okay, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
So fucking stupid.
This is some old-fashioned ass evangelical Christian purity culture bullshit.
Well, I just think that's, updated today. It's like, don't sleep with a guy on a first date. He'll never talk to you again. And it's like, I don't know.
I always think of this one a little more, yes, it can be interpreted various ways, but like moving in with somebody before you're married.
Well, I have moved in with several people before we were married, and all of them are
Right,
not.
shut
none of
up.
my ex didn't work out. So
All this is just, it goes back to the thing that you always say, which is like, you want to say it?
yeah, I mean, I think you should do what you want. Like, I think that if you're feeling it and you want to sleep with somebody, you should sleep with somebody. And we always talk about like it sort of depends on how you act afterwards. Like, I wouldn't have any expectations of the person just because you slept together after a first date. But like, withholding sex is not going to make somebody date you longer. Unfortunately, like, it's not going to necessarily make them be like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with you. Conversely, having sex with somebody immediately is not going to make them write you off. Like, you're some charlatan.
I know. Charlatan. Also, there's no harm in waiting, too. Like, it's just, this is so case by case. Like, Rain and I both slept with people night one that we ended up dating that we may or may not be in relationships with now. Like, it's fine. But like, there's also no harm in waiting, too. Like, there are no rules when it comes to this. I think you like know in your heart.
Most of my serious relationships, I fucked them the day I met them.
There you go.
That is so funny. Like, so many of them. Like, listen, if you sleep with somebody on a first date, I wouldn't have any expectations of them. That's not your boyfriend tomorrow, Just be cool about it.
Just be
but
cool.
At this age in my life, I'm like, there's no rush. I've slept with so many people at this point. I'm just,
well, let's
I'm
talk about
rode
body
hard
counts.
and put away. So I'm perfectly happy to like make out with you, and that's really nice and sexy and fun, and then we'll go our separate ways. Like, if I actually have more of an emotional connection to somebody, the sex is better. So like, why not wait a little bit? I'm talking 3 dates. Let's not go crazy.
Okay, well, you said you've slept with so many people, so body count, this whole narrative of like guys won't like you if you slept with so many people. I saw this insane thing on one of those dumb, like probably right-wing podcasts. I don't know if this is on my Explore page. I don't know how this came across my feed, but like some dumb idiot saying that the more men you sleep with, the less your connection will be like with the next partner, or like with your like
based on
forever
what?
partner. And it was insane. The less the connection. What are you talking about?
I am
the more
so fun to have sex with because I've had so much sex.
Yeah. Well, and this is like anyone who needs to know this information, it's not their business and they shouldn't want it. And this is like a red flag to me. Like,
what's the difference?
It's just like crazy. Like, I wish I could pull that clip. I can't even remember what dumb ass.
I know because I get served that.
I know.
I get served that one all the time.
It's this one woman who's out here like saying all this crazy stuff, but that's just not true. I mean, I've slept with so many people. Like, my connection with my partner now, it could not be more intimate. Like, we've hit the top level.
She's just saying you become like numb to it.
Yeah, which is so false.
Like a crazier hit or something.
It's so false.
That's so
what is
weird.
this even based on?
I'm like, do you even believe that? That's so weird to say. But like body counts, I mean, why are we sharing this? I don't ever want to know how many people my partner slept with. We've talked about this before years ago. I just want to know it's enough people. I want to know that it's enough that you feel like you have fucked enough, you've done some kinky stuff, wild things, that like you've been out here in the world. I'm not trying to be like the third or fourth person you slept with.
I want to know it's not 2.
Yeah, but if it's closer to 100, I also don't care. I don't care. I would rather 100 than 2.
But again, like, I know that we're saying this as women, and I do know that some men feel differently.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just, that's not your person. Like, truly, like, I heard a guy recently on a podcast, not going to name any names, and I certainly didn't like it or agree with it, but that he really doesn't want to think about someone that's like had a bunch of sex. And so that guy probably wouldn't want to be with me because I've talked about having had sex with a lot of people. So that's just not my person. You know what I mean? Like, I think there is a world in which 2 people really would rather be with someone who was just not had a ton of partners. It's not for me. I certainly don't condone any sort of like slut shaming or judgment surrounding what you've done in your own personal sex life. But if that's your prerogative, okay, you're not for me. And there's so many guys out there that do not give a fuck. And there's so many guys out there that want you to have gotten around and be fucking good in bed.
I'm just not discussing it at all. Like, I can't even imagine. No one's ever like come at me with this, but I know that so many people have been in those situations. I guess the other person's saying like, what's the big deal? Why can't you just tell me? And it's like,
because I don't know the number.
It's just not. I lost count after 70. I don't know what to not 70.
69. You went up to 69.
That's funny. I stopped counting after 69. That's
Oh
a
my
funny answer. You
God.
guys should use that. My answer is, what's the difference? It's enough people. Like, I do understand somebody being like, I don't necessarily want to think about my partner having been with dozens and dozens of people. And that's fair. I don't need to open the discussion up. I'm not telling my partner I've gotten banged out by tons of people either. It's just like, how many people you have sex with? Enough. I've had sex with enough people.
Yeah. It's like, I can't stop thinking about it. That's a you problem.
Right.
Get your head checked. Why is that my problem? Can you imagine me just
Can't
going to
stop thinking
somebody?
about your
I just can't
husband.
stop thinking about you and your exes.
Have you tried?
That's
Try it.
try it. It's nice. Try to control your own thoughts.
I know it's like a real problem for people. I've heard this story from other people that have like written in that like it has like harmed their sex life with their current partner because they can't stop quote unquote thinking about them with other people. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. That person has to go to therapy. Like, you're not going to convince them otherwise. You haven't done anything wrong by having other partners before you even knew that person was alive.
I wouldn't love it if everywhere we went, they'd fucked everybody in the room.
Like when I'm in the Lower East Side of New York.
When you're a spring lounge. I
can't go in there.
I knew a couple like that, and it was a real problem with one of the people in the couple that the other partner, I don't want to be too specific, but they came to me with it and they were like, they fucked everybody, and it's just always in my face.
You guys have to move.
Yeah.
Like you have to move somewhere else. Like, I do understand like smaller towns where someone's just like a Casanova man about town. You're like, my man's fucked everybody.
Or a charlatan. Is that even a word?
It is a charlatan. I heard it on Southern Charm this week.
It's not a harlot?
That's another thing.
Okay.
Tazza, what's a charlatan?
All right. You know what? Someone wrote blowjobs are for boyfriends is trash advice. Took a shot at me.
Took it from Ashley's mouth.
So that's fine if you think that. This was my personal mantra. I didn't shame anyone for otherwise.
Oh, you think someone's trolling us by saying
Yeah.
that?
Someone was like, that's shitty advice, Ashley. I know what they're saying. They wrote a trash can emoji.
I mean, also, we are allowed to get new information and change our minds.
So here's the thing. I don't really abide by that. I guess we said that very early on the podcast. But I don't feel that differently. And it's just because I am putting my mouth on your penis. It's kind of an intimate gesture. And I just like to kind of be in it with somebody.
Yeah.
It's just, it was never about withholding it or weaponizing it. But, so I just want to be clear, like, that's not how we roll. It was just more like, I personally don't put my dick in your mouth until we're in it. But I have, and I don't
The way
live
you said
my
this
life.
is if you had the dick. I don't personally put my dick in your mouth.
Did I really say that?
Yeah.
It's so,
Ashley's not going to fuck your face until you guys are together.
I don't put my dick in your mouth.
You said it so confidently. I was like, she seems so happy. I don't know if I want to tell her. Like that time you let me wear bad extensions for the whole episode.
Sometimes when I'm watching back the edits, like, we get going so fast, maybe a little bit more than you. You say the complete wrong thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Like charlatan? Yeah, I say it all the time.
Charlatan. No, do whatever you want. Suck a dick on the first date. For me personally, like, it just wasn't how I rolled.
You know why I was laughing? Because I told you.
I won't put my dick in your mouth until I got a ring on this finger.
I think I was telling you and Tessa, was I? That the last person I was sleeping with, I never blew him, and you guys were like shocked, like jaws on the floor, and I was like, he didn't inspire it in me. Like,
Raina, this wasn't Tessa. This was
my
guy
your guy friend. Sorry.
Yeah, well, no, it was like so funny because what he said afterwards, like, you were so funny. You said it dead serious. You go, I just wasn't inspired. And he goes, well, you're an artist. Shout out to Brandon from Austin. Actually, he was in Austin. He was on stage.
He is a special kind. Let me tell you, there is a special kind of guy that can have a girlfriend and talk to you about this type of thing and not make it creepy. There's no part of me that was like, he's hitting on one of us. I was just like, he would have this conversation in front of his girlfriend. That is like a special kind of guy.
And he brought her to the show. We loved her. He came up on stage.
pretty.
He gave us a few little dance moves. He's the best. I've known him for years. But yeah, when he said, well, you're an artist, I lost it.
He didn't miss a beat.
He's quick. But yes, you not feeling inspired to suck a dick was... And I did not realize that until that moment. And I was like, oh, you never liked that guy. You didn't suck his dick, Raina. Who are you?
I wasn't inspired.
You're like, your friend is like, I did not put my dick in his mouth.
It never even occurred to me for 1 second.
What?
Like, it wasn't even a passing thought, like, maybe I should go down there. It's unlike me.
It is.
That's how you know I don't like you.
Okay. Well, should we end it there?
Yeah.
On the bad advice that I gave years ago? Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think this was fun.
I think it was fun too.
And we did get a few about faking orgasms. And as we kind of started to think about it, we want to do a whole episode on this and like why we do it, when we do it,
How to stop doing it.
or like don't let yourself be shamed if you want to do it. You know, like so we kind of want to do this whole faking orgasm episode. So if you submitted responses about faking orgasms, episode is coming.
And you will
No,
finish.
we're not going to fake. Yeah, perfect. Nailed it. Okay, well, we hope you guys liked this. And while we're talking about sex, let's just plug Vibes Only. Go to vibesonly.com, check out all of our offerings, and get in the app. More fun videos like Francis's and all kinds of fun stuff in there. Really educational stuff. That was definitely like a funnier, lighter thing, but really great, like doctors and therapists and sex experts and all the types of things in that app. Girlsgottaeat.com. Get tickets to our shows. They are the best show in the game. You guys are going to have the best night of your life. So girlsgottaeat.com. We have so many more cities left this year. Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Ash Hess. Raina is Raina.Greenberg. Subscribe on YouTube. Share this episode with a friend, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good week, guys.
Bye.